What's going on, guys? It's your boy Frankie. So in this video I'm going to be going through some auto-tune sessions that I was trying to do on this on my bike earlier. So if you watched my previous video, you had seen that I had installed the V&H FP3 Fuelpak on the Harley here, and I loaded a map that was made from V&H, which, I mean, it worked fine. I mean, the bike ran pretty good. I didn't have any issues. However, knowing myself, I wanted to try to get the most that I could out of this engine. So I went ahead and I launched the Autotune feature. Thing is I ran the Autotune. I went through probably 2 tanks of fuel, went like over over 150 miles, whatever. I combined it with city riding and highway riding. However, what had happened was I had kept the grid on over here, and my bike did not learn a single cell for some reason. So I was getting frustrated. I was like, I'm not sure what is going on here. So I did read somewhere that it said to start up your bike, let it warm up, let it get to 200 degrees, and then that's when I was like, okay, wait a minute now, because I do remember that when I was riding, I had the grid on here on the app, and my bike didn't even reach temperatures above like 175 degrees or anything. So I went ahead and I contacted V&H to see what the deal was, and with the street model versions of the Harley Davidsons, they're meant to run a lot cooler than normal bikes. So basically what they had told me is there's a few things that I'm going to be doing here. So one of them is I'm gonna restart the auto-tune session, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set the engine temperature to engine start temperature to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to set the target AFR to 14.6. and then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and run the auto-tune session. And then they were also telling me that it's going to be broken down into 3 separate sessions, all of them 20 to 30 minutes each. So I'll go right around, maybe do some city riding for like 20 minutes, and then apply the learned values from there, and then ride again for another 20 to 30 minutes, apply values from there as well, and then a third time do the same thing. And then at the end, I'll finish the session there, flash it to my bike, and then I'm going to go into the tuning part of it, and then switch the throttle to aggressive, and then go ahead and flash the map, and then keep it as that. So let's go ahead and go through the settings here, and we'll make the changes that they were telling me to do. So 150 degrees. So let's see, I should have the app still open here. Here we go. Okay, so we are connected. So we're going to go into auto-tune. This is saying that the bike will not run well during auto-tunes because it's relearning itself and everything. So once it does learn all the cells and everything, you should be fine. And it shows everything here too. So you'll see a grid. White's no data, which was mine kept saying throughout the entire part. And once it's orange, it's a partial learn, and once it's green, it has fully learned that cell. So right here, we're going to go into the advanced setup. Start engine temperature. So we're going to hit that, and we're going to go ahead and put, let's see, 50. No. Okay, so 150. And then AFR is going to be 14.6. There we go. And now we're gonna start auto-tune. Select the base map. So I'm going to go ahead and select number 2, because 2's got the map that I had previously loaded before, that was using the slip-on exhaust with the baffle and the air filter. And here you go. Now here's the grid that you don't have to have this app running when you're doing the auto-tune. It's just nice to have so that you can see what it's doing. And when I was riding the previous time, it's like I had the grid, but nothing was learning. So I was like, what the heck? So here we go. So turn bike off for 30 seconds. We'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is, you know, combine city and highway riding. You want to avoid any, like, you know, like full throttle, or I would say like just, you know, like rapid starts or anything. You want to go into every single gear. You want to, you know, slowly just go through the entire, you know, RPM range of the bike so that it can learn as much of it as possible. Turn back on. Okay, and the map is transferred, so that is done. So right now we are ready to go. So if we go into the Autotune grid, so here's the grid that I was talking about earlier. See, okay, so here we go. So right now, so this is all white, so right now nothing's learned. This gray square is the throttle position. So basically to the left is throttle completely closed, and then all the way to the right is when the throttle is completely open, and then to the top is lower RPMs, and then all the way to the bottom will be the higher RPMs. So basically, and you know, so you want to keep riding it, and then you're going to see these squares turn yellow when it's partially learned, and it'll turn green once it's fully learned. You're not going to get every single one of these squares green, but you want to try to get as much as you can. According to Vance and Hines, once it's finished, it's going to kind of look like a football shape type grid over here too. And then so we're going to go like on our first 20 to 30 minutes, and then see how many you know, cells it learned, and then we can hit apply values right there, and then we'll do it a second time and a third time. And then once we're done, once you hit the lightning bolt, it's going to go ahead and flash that new Autotune map to the bike. So we're going to go ahead and start this thing up, and then we'll go on the first ride so you guys can see the progress and everything on how this thing works. What is up, guys? Okay, so as you can see here, I started up the bike a little while ago. I've been riding around just for a few minutes. My temperature is up to 163. However, I'm still not seeing a single cell that's learned or partially learned at all. That's the problem I was having before. So I'm gonna keep riding and see if that changes. Otherwise, if not, I'm not sure what else to really do here. It's kind of weird. So I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I gotta ride it faster. I don't know. Then again, I mean, I've been riding it, well, not a couple, it's been like 5 minutes, so gotta be a little more patient here with this. But I'll go on some roads right now where I can get up to speed a little faster, see if even if I at least see one square starting to learn, I'll be happy. I don't know if you guys can see it right there, but as the throttle, see, as when I'm giving it no throttle, it goes to the left, and then as you increase throttle, the square goes to the right. And RPMs, the top of the grid's lower RPMs, and all the way at the bottom is the higher. And then as you're doing the Autotune, you want to, you know, you don't want to use cruise control or go at a certain same constant speed too, because it's relearning. It's almost kind of like breaking in a bike in a way. It's weird. Speed more. I mean, we're definitely up to temperature, so I don't know why it should be reading already. So weird. Anything happens. I know it's reading the sensors and everything. I mean, it reads my throttle, temperature, speed, and everything, so I don't get it, man. funny because other people that I hear that have auto-tune issues is because their bike is running crappy, but in my case, I mean, the bike's running great. It's just not freaking wanting to learn anything. What up, dudes?